Hello and welcome to today's LOL Esports Roundup, where we're going to cover some news of the day as well as give you a Nest 2022 update. The only news is that Polt is out as general manager of T1. We saw him as the coach for them during spring and summer, taking them to second place at MSI, going 33-3. But when push came to shove, they made Benji the coach, Polt the GM for Worlds, and now Polt is out. So what happens remains to be seen going forward. I don't really know why, really. When you're going 33-3, I don't really. I know maybe somebody did something wrong that you didn't like, or, I guess I don't know. It can't be results based. It really can't. I think anybody that is upset with two runner-up finishes is truly uh, deluded, from anywhere from investors to management to fans to players. You're disappointed at the time, but at the same time, looking back at 2022, T1 cannot be disappointed with two runner-up finishes. And going undefeated in spring, I think it's absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Nest, 14 teams playing. So what is this tournament? It's a mix of LDL players for the most part, but some LPL players. You'll notice this time around I have the teams in order of winning percentage, not points. Points is, they're doing it like there's two groups of four, there's two groups of three because there's 14 teams, and not everybody's played the same amount of games. So I'm doing it win percentage for games, not series. They're playing best of twos. And I've only included players on teams that do not have a majority of LPL players, in addition to teams that I think have a player that's standing out right now that I've seen enough to be like, oh, they're standing out. So Thunder Talker first. Thunder Talker running their roster. This includes multiple free agents, but it's the roster of Hoya, Beshwan, UCal, Kepler, and Yao Yao. So I actually really like that roster. I've said it multiple times. I said it yesterday in the LPL video, and the LPL video before that. Thunder Talk were my team in summer that I was really excited about. Analytically, they were doing very well, and putting themselves in positions to win, and arguably could have been a surprise team in the playoffs, and didn't get it done. But, that's the thing. EDG are 3-1 through 4 games, second place. Solo Kill looked very good in the games I've seen him play. I remember hearing rumors about how good he was last year, and without Flandre in the fold possibly, Solo Kill is probably worthy of a promotion if he can keep this up, especially. Third place, a tie between IG and OMG. Tianjin for IG. This is the jungler I've been talking about the last couple days. It is. I had him mixed up with Maggie from JDG and I've already Relife, I think, from Anyone's Legend. This guy is aggressive. He plays my kind of League of Legends from the jungle position. I like carries, but I think that you can carry you can carry by just making things happen. He is aggressive. What an aggressive player. I am excited. I know June is still under contract with IG, so I don't expect Tianjin to be promoted, but June's also been rumored to be bought out. There's a lot of things going on with that. So, I think he is very, very talented. Has the aggression necessary. OMG Jerry, the support, their 2v2 has done really well. I think Jerry's had a lot to do with that through the game so far. Cream pulled out a Talon today. They ran Renekton, Karthus, Talon, Varus, Renata, or Nautilus. A lot of Nautilus in this tournament lately. But the point was OMG had a Karthus jungle by itself, which I thought was really interesting, and they did well with it. So, at least in the early game. Mind you, I'm only watching laning phases of these games. LPL becomes a complete fight fest and slugfest, and I'm not really interested in watching the team fights right now. Just kind of how these players are against each other within a vacuum of a 1v1, maybe, some jungle intervention, see how they handle it, see how the matchups are going on 12-21, given that, the last games we saw at Worlds were on 12-18, so the meta may have shifted a bit, and it's just kind of my way of looking at this. BLG, 5th place. BLG are running a roster they hypothetically could run next year. Been way. I don't think it's way though. I think it's Can. So what is it? Bin, Can, Pins, Doggo, and maybe Crisp is down there. I don't know if Crisp is playing down there in this tournament. Regardless, they have a couple LPL players, so I'm not surprised that they're 4-2, especially with Bin, who's just dumpstering his opponents. Team Wii, similar situation. They're running 5 starters from last year, 5 players that saw LPL time, so I'm not surprised they're 4-2. LGD, same situation. They're 1-1, running 5 players that played last year. FPX, 1-1, running 4 of 5. The jungle is the only one not, so Clid not in this tournament, but the other 4, Xiaolao, Hu, Care, LWX, and Hung are all playing for FPX. So, I'm watching, but at the same time, I'm saying to myself, these guys are LPL players versus LDL players. There is going to be maybe a little bit of a gap. And when an LDL player outplays said LPL player, that is more noticeable. And I am taking notes on all these games. I'm debating on what I want to do with them. Because, a lot of my content in the beginning of this channel was notes based. The notes I have, and they're more concise than they used to be if you've been around since the beginning. Only like 1-line blurbs about each matchup, but I used to fill this board with notes, like fill it. And then in summer we changed. Subscribers suggested we change, and I agreed, so I changed. And it was all stats based, very simple stats and recaps, and there are no stats for this. All I am actually finding is a Chinese VOD of the games, so I'm muting it, putting it on 2 times speed, and listening to a podcast in the background, so that's kind of the deal. 9th place, Anyone's Legend, 2-4, Erha in mid. Mixed bag, but I thought he's looked good at times, so I thought of putting him down. JDG, 2-4, their bot lane has been, in my opinion, pretty good. It takes a lot of pressure. At least in one of the series I saw, it took a lot of pressure and still was able to bail itself out. It's able to be aggressive and make things happen. I think that it's been an okay bot lane. Maybe in part because they've been scrimming, hope, and missing all season long. That does help. LNG 2-4, Darwin. He played Karthus today. Darwin has looked very good on Lee Sin as well. He's definitely a player that I'm looking at as a possible player that long-term we could see outside of the LDL, as well as the mid laner to a degree. I've mentioned it before, the Lee Sin LeBlanc combo. I think they've run it twice in 6 games. Looked really good for them. Ultra Prime 2-4. Not really all that impressed. Top lane, Allies is playing, so that's kind of a thing. But the rest of the team has not been overly impressive. 13th, top. Qing Tian is playing in top, so they're running an LPL level top laner. Bot lane looked good today, but I want to see more. RNG, last place, 0-2. We'll see what they're doing. I mean, long term, that's a mess. So today did not look good for them, and we'll see how that goes going forward. I think RNG played EDG, and the top lane matchup did not go well. Solo kill really took it to him. So that's it for the LOL Esports Roundup. Comment down below with your opinions. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Down in the description, you'll see 3 links. Twitter, Discord, YouTube memberships. Twitter, follow me there. Discord, join us. We talk about League all the time. YouTube memberships, $3 a month. Supports me. Get a badge in the comment section. $10 a month to get the badge. Plus NFL American football content keeps this channel alive. If you missed it earlier today, I put out an LCS free agency video. I've went over LEC and LPL already, so today was the first of 2 LCS videos. Wednesday and Thursday will be LCK. Stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.